Greetings, Pisces, and welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. Let's jump right on in. Here's your rune for the energetic past, moving forward in faith. Now, why do I say faith right away? This is the rune Algies. This is the elk rune. Now, remember, whenever these runes, they have the lines going straight down, that is very grounded energy. And the lines straight up, that is divine connection. The antlers of the elk here are your divine connection and defense, your divine defense. You could have been called to be in a defensive posture here recently, or just challenged with aspects of faith, adopting new ways of faith, looking and examining what faith is to you even. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right, so we are going to get a lot more clarity about this faith moving forward. Here in your energetic now, you have Uruz, the ox rune, a lot of momentum being carried forward because of this faith that you have. All right, Uruz is that natural vitality. This is a rune kind of abundance here as well. So Uruz, the ox rune, is quick with its instructions, grounded throughout the whole way. This animal knows its duty. It knows what it's doing, especially after it does it for a few reps, kind of energy, right? So this is you kind of in that energy where you get that momentum. It's like a downward hill momentum. You ever see a large beast running down the hill? Impossible to stop. This is you. Impossible to stop. You're divinely defensed. You are a force to be reckoned with here right now, not in an ego sense, but in a very beautiful, blessed, and joyous way. Now, this is also challenging us to work in ways of what our natural vitality means to us, not just what we drink or eat, but the energies that we surround ourselves with literally have an effect on us. We become the most like the 5 energies that we surround ourselves with. So, what are you listening to in the radio? What are you doing on social media? What are you watching on TV? Who are you hanging out with? All right, these are all things that have a huge impact in our momentum, our abundance, and natural vitality, and they might challenge aspects of our faith. All right? Don't let your identity get wrapped up too much in that. Here, what do we have in your energetic near future? Energetic near future here is in the god Tyr's rune of Tiwaz. Tiwaz is that vector of victory, sticking up for yourself, sticking up for others. This is kind of Libra-ish energy, where it's that scales of justice, having that innate sense of balance, what is fair, what is right. Right? This momentum's carrying you into very disciplined, divinely guided work where it's showing up consistently, day after day. All right? This looks like you're getting some clarity and direction on where to carry your life and how to show up in your future. We're going to get a lot more clarity as we move along here. Your influence of the energetic now is in Ewaz. Ewaz here is the rune of durability, flexibility. This is an irreversible rune. Now, this is like the U branch, Y-E-W, that the Vikings made bows out of back in the day. This branch was so strong and durable that it could make successful shots over and over and over again. Very, very tough, very, very flexible. When we flex too much or not enough, we can snap and break and become stuck, frozen, rigid, repeating life lessons. Isa, right, the rune of ice. Or if we flex enough, we can look like we're looking at the sun, the opposite of Isa in our natural success, vitality, right? Abundance. So the choice is yours. There's the extremes, right? This is like this is actually the world axis, like the tree of life. In Norse pantheon, this Yggdrasil. This is like you are the squirrel in the tree here, balancing the information between the head and the heart, between the great condor at the top of the tree of life and the great serpent at the bottom, right? Balance, durability, flexibility, strength. That's the influence of this energy right now with all this momentum that faith, best not be too rigid in this. But greetings, everyone. I'm Eric with Your Essential Practice, and I just want to interrupt really quickly to thank you for all the likes, comments, and subscriptions. And even if this message does not resonate specifically with you, it may resonate for somebody else. So please go ahead and share that with them if you feel so inclined. Thank you so much. Namaste, and let's get right back into your divinely guided rune reading. But let's see what your advice is for the now. See, there's that sun rune. See how it kind of looks like the sun rune a bit? So Sawilo is the sun rune, and that's success, joy, vitality, abundance, natural success, like the Midas touch. Like you can do no wrong. Everything you touch turns to seem to gold because you are shining like the sun. You are being authentically you. Like the sun shines its light onto everybody and everything without hesitation, without reservation, without judgment, without any apprehension whatsoever. It just is. You are called to be like the sun. Be you. Just shine like yourself. You don't need to be like anybody else. You have this divine faith moving forward. You got this momentum shining through. You have this influence of needing to be durable, flexible, fine. You got this. You can flow just as well as the rest of them, Pisces. And you can also shine like the best of them. I love this for you. This is, okay, well, this might be better to have it in your outcome position here, Sawilo, but I really believe this is about what you've been applying to your life in the past has been gaining momentum, and there might have been some hesitations, some doubts, maybe bills have to be paid, maybe challenges to what you're doing, right? I live in a place personally where people are very set in their ways. I am very, very different and needing to go through a lot of this balance, stability, durability myself, so I can empathize with that energetic influence. But you have this momentum of faith moving forward, which is really beautiful. This is a rune of abundance. This is a rune of abundance. The two greatest runes of abundance you have right now. Okay, Pisces? If you don't recognize your abundance right now, you will never have it. Just saying. You need to respect yourself and shine. You don't need to adapt yourself into any other identity other than what is your divinely guided source blueprint. Shining like yourself. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Your outcome in your energy... Okay, I love this. Your outcome is Reho. Reho is divine flow, divine guidance. This is like, okay, so when we look at Reho here, this is Wunjo with a leg moving forward. Now, the runes, whenever that line is going straight down, remember, that's very grounded energy, right? But Reho here has that one leg constantly moving forward. Now, why I say this is like Wunjo? Because Wunjo is your pleasure, bliss, all those beautiful energies of the planting the client flag in the top of the hill, the success, the almost ecstasy kind of elation that think of everything good that can happen and then multiply it, and that's Wunjo. Okay, now this is you following that bliss. Right? Reho is like continuing that journey of that beautiful sunshine energy. You have abundance, and you have divine flow. Now, this is a beautiful outcome here with you because this divine flow is leading you into your discipline work, your vector of victory here in the very near future. So a lot of this is just surrendering to being your authentic self. That's like the huge, huge message here. All right. Don't make divine shake you up, because again, if you do, you get to repeat the life lesson. All right. But your outcome for this is indicative of movement. away from stagnation, away from discordance, okay, and more into the ever much changing energies of divine step, of divine flow. This is you being present, being in the now, really harnessing and being able to be present. Here, you're probably a little more apprehensive in your head, maybe in your heart space, a little more into your maybe guessing work, having to be defensive in the past. But with this divine flow as your confirmation, you now have your vector of victory in your near future. Success is in sight for you. Success is always with you. It's just up to you to recognize it. We all have abundance built in. It's our divine birthright. It's up to us to recognize that we're the only ones that place those roadblocks in front of ourselves. Let's get a card of clarity from the Soul's Journey Oracle deck. These are messages straight from Source, straight from Spirit, directly to your spirit, directly to your soul. Divine, please show us clearly. What message of clarity do you have for Pisces here for this week? What a beautiful rune reading. Probably my favorite rune reading here this week. Okay, friendship. Beautiful card. Look at those mandalas too. I love these. I love the artwork. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason, is what this says. This could be you sticking up for that friendship, dedication to that. Remember, this is a collective interest as well for the God Tears Rune of Tiwaz in your future. But let's get some clarity here about this friendship card. Again, it says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Now, Pisces, all humans are created from the same source, but there are some souls that share a unique kinship. Friendship can be the most exciting and beautiful experience on earth, but it can also be frustrating and heartbreaking. Understand that everyone in your path is here to teach you something. It might be for a year or a lifetime. Remember, like a season or a reason. Together you will teach each other various lessons of the heart, such as trust, love, loyalty, and admiration. Pisces, the bonds of friendship are often stronger than those of family. You have formed a bridge of understanding between the two of you that has stood the test of time and lifetimes, plural. A true friend will illuminate your path instead of dim it. He or she will give advice with your best interests at heart. To be able to communicate at a soul level with another human being is the biggest treasure of the physical dimension. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.